Antichrist!
Good morning. It is Sunday, September 10th, 2017. This is the Bulldog Unchained podcast. I'm your host, the King of Villains, Bulldog Malenko. And back in studio with me today after a week off is the Dirtnap Dave.
Hello.
And that's it. Adrian didn't show, man. I guess he fucking forgot or he's still passed out from last night.
It happens.
Yep. And Knubsie's out this week, and Dave's phone is making noises over there.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
All right.
Fake news.
Fake news. Let me pull up our plugs real quick.
Let's
here.
do some commercials.
Yeah.
So we can get to the meat of it.
The meat.
The meat and potatoes.
The meatus.
The meatus.
All right. So I want to give a shout out to Secret Headquarters.
Boom.
You hear us talk about them every week. If you haven't, the place is awesome. It's at 4225 North 1st Avenue here in Evansville. They are open Monday through Thursday, 12 to 6, Friday and Saturday, 12 to 9. They have an arcade. They've got used video games and video game systems for sale. They got toys. They got comics. They got pop figures. All kinds of cool shit. And
Condom machine in the bathroom.
Right.
Whatever you need.
This is a family recreational center, not a recreational center for you to start a family.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Secret headquarters.
Secret headquarters. Go start a family there. Also, we give some love to TKO Vapor at 777 South Green River Road. Go in and see my buddy Bodie. The owner, good dude.
Plenty of berry flavors.
Yes, probably. Super cool guy.
Hell yeah.
Nice staff. Well, and like they've got a lot of knowledge. They'll help you out with whatever you need. And then right next door to them at 767 South Green River Road, Inkworks Studios. My buddy Tucker. They do T-shirts, banners, business cards, pretty much any kind of printing needs you would have. Go in there and see them.
Glorious digital imaging.
Yes. Yes, he can even do custom logos and all that good shit. He's a hell of a graphic designer. You all right there, Dave?
Yeah.
Are you good?
I'm just listening to the commercials, man.
All right, man. We're going to cut out for Watch Talk Wrestling right now. We'll be back.
Are you feeling the effects of the PG era? Do you miss the beer drinking and middle fingers? There's a cure for you.
Watch Talk Wrestling!
This is Scotty Stevens.
And this is Blown Star.
We bring you all the action and drama of the Monday Night Wars.
WWF Monday Night Raw takes on WCW Monday Nitro from 20 years ago.
Interact with us on Facebook and Twitter.
Download us on Podbean, iTunes, and Stitcher.
All right, we're back.
Oh, man.
Oh, so how was your week off there, Dave?
It was okay. Yeah, it went really well. I had to go to
with
Clarksville.
with your bitch ass PTSD.
Right.
You knew.
I
you
loved
knew.
that.
Dude.
I loved that.
You had to know that
It was coming.
missing the week.
Of course.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
And especially Knubsie. Knubsie goes shit all over you.
Okay. Yep. Knubsie Slow. That was great. I loved it. I was really happy.
Of course, Nubsie's out because of bitch ass work.
Work?
Yeah.
What does he do again?
I think he works. I don't know.
We know him so well.
I know, right?
Best friends.
Yes. To the end.
We got a secret. Well, we got the secret high five.
Working that corner on fairs. I don't know. Fucking. His pimp probably said, "Nope, you got to be out there this Sunday."
He looks like an assembler to me. Like something simple and repetitive, where he doesn't have to think on his feet a lot.
Nice jab.
He's like the maintenance guy at a bowling alley or something. What does he do?
Knubsie. Maintenance man Knubsie.
Like he greases the lanes and shit. And Franklin lanes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Amazing.
I mean, he was to play, dude. That was his.
He knew. He
you know
knew
what
too.
he did? You know what he did? He took like a rabbit pellet shit on me, and I've got like dysentery ready for his ass.
Dysentery
Yeah.
Dave's coming.
That's what I'm saying. Dysentery Dave all over Knubsie's shoulders and chest. Just smear it in.
Oh shit.
Like he packs a ham and cheese sandwich.
I love your
single
Archer
day.
Danger Zone shirt.
Danger Zone.
That's
It's a
awesome.
schmedium. It's a schmedium
Schmedium.
because I feel good about myself today. I do. So it was the hot topic. That was the hot topic last week. A lot of Dave shitting on Dave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of pooping on me. So I have to, I'm going to combat it with positivity, sarcasm, and a little bit of not bitterness.
Right.
Definitely not. No, I'm not bitter. Like my parents divorced when I was 12. I got all my bitterness out.
There's no way that when you were listening to the show, you weren't laughing.
Oh, I was cracking. It was so funny. I smile too much, all that stuff. Yeah. I was like, good stuff, man. That really is, that's pretty accurate. I mean, there's humor in it because of the truth.
Right.
Like, like, I don't get gum disease. I get gum epidemics, That was my thing. You guys got on my gums pretty good. On my gum to teeth ratio.
Dude, I wish you I wish we
math.
would have already had the video side going,
Yeah.
because if you could have seen Adrian's face, Denim Dave, if
Yeah.
you could have seen his face when we showed him your profile picture.
Oh, he loved it.
Oh my God, his eyes just shot open and we're like,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Right? How goofy is it? I love it. I think it's
so
the funny.
great.
I think it's the funniest thing. I love just how like commercial it is. And I've had it for I don't know. It's about 6 months. About 6 months into selling Toyotas, I got that done.
You've been doing that what, 2 years?
It's going on 3.
Three,
April
yeah, right.
May. It'll be 3 years. Yeah, May of next year.
Okay.
So I'm working.
So you're
on
at
my
about
third year.
two,
Yeah, working on 2.5, I guess.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Or, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because I remember when you first got that image and put it up, and I looked at it, I was like, what
Holy
the fuck?
fuck. Holy shit. Yes.
Holy shit.
Look at him. I'm trying to get skinny like that. I want a Dorito body. Like the top of the burrito
I mean, I'm a fat fuck, but
down into
I need
the corner.
I need to work on it. But I mean, I know I do.
Own it.
I do own it. I'm a
Own
fat
it.
fuck. I
Okay.
know that I'm a fat fuck.
Okay.
But one of my buddies, Sam, who whenever I started working out a couple years ago and got into really good shape again, like was getting there.
Yeah.
He does, like, he and his brother do powerlifting, and like he is into bodybuilding. And he told me, like, he made the point one time, he pulled up a diagram of a uterus, and he was like, this is what your body is supposed to be shaped like. Like your torso should be shaped like a uterus. And I was like, holy shit. Like, yeah, like it literally, it looks like
The
someone
wing thing.
Yeah, doing the lat flex.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Like a Dorito. That's
that's so simple.
Hey.
But and I was like, holy shit. And so now the uterine shape has always stuck out in my mind because of that.
I love the uterus. I think it's one of my favorites.
I like to beat them up.
I got a story for you.
Oh, on air?
No.
Yeah.
I can't do
Yeah,
that.
come on, sure you can.
No, I'm just kidding. It's not a story. I don't have a story about bruising a cervix. I do not have a story about bruising a cervix last weekend in Nashville.
That's awesome.
Oh, so that's a thing.
Yes.
According to the internet, it is.
Yeah.
And
Why does it feel like my inside's been ripped out?
it's not that impressive, dude. I don't know what I just hit my geometry was just on point that
Right.
night. I hit the right angle.
Had the legs pushed back at the right angle, just pounding. Was it hotel sex?
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's
Yeah.
for whatever. What is it? Let's talk about that. What is it about hotel sex?
I think it's the air conditioner that's in the room. I think there's something that they put in the air conditioner, like an oil or something, or there's just so much like dead skin in the room from other random people that you get this like instinct to like, oh God, I need to make future here. So it's just
kind of an idiocracy thing.
Yeah, it's just right in the hips. I feel it in my hips. I got to do something about this. Like, my back, my ass.
I don't know what it is, but a hotel room, like you could literally be near death, like the sickest you've ever been, and still put on one of the best sexual performances of your life in a hotel room.
I know.
And it doesn't even have to be a nice hotel.
I think it's because the pressure's on because you spent all that money on the room.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God. But yeah.
Campfires on the nightstand.
Definitely didn't do that. I definitely did not bruise the cervix in Nashville this past weekend.
Right on.
So, yeah. Walked a little taller throughout the week.
But she didn't.
No, not so much.
Slumped over a little bit.
Something like that. Nah.
It feels like I landed on a pogo stick wrong.
You ever try to nollie a bike rack? No, I'm just kidding. So, yeah, Nashville was fun. I went to the Opry Mills Mall.
Oh,
how fucking
it's a
confusing.
Nightmare. It's a fucking
how
nightmare.
Confusing.
When Haley was down at Vanderbilt for her open heart surgery, I went, and like I went down to see her, and then I went to Opry Mills because I wanted to go get her something. I had never been there. I wish I had never gone.
Did you go to a store and then want to go back to get something?
No.
It's such a long fucking confusing winding.
That thing's like 2.5 miles around, man. It's fucking. I was like I thought about it. I'm like, if I lived in Nashville, that's where I would go to get in shape.
just lap it a few times.
Yeah,
just run around the outside of the building.
Motherfuck. And not only that, the traffic in and out of the place.
Oh, dude,
is a nightmare.
It is. It really is because it goes down to one lane.
There's one way in and one way out, and I was just like, "This is stupid."
And it's a mall that supports just how many stores? There's 200, 300
at
stores
least
in that place.
It's like a miniature mall of America. It's
freaking tremendous.
That's the only one worse that I've ever been in. That I was like, Mall of America. When you go like. Have you ever been to that?
No. In Minnesota?
Yeah, Minneapolis. Oh, my God. You think you want to go, and you get so excited. It's like Disney World. If you don't have 3 days planned...
You're not going to see everything.
No, you're not.
But don't they have like 5 JCPenney's in that place and stuff?
No.
Like the big department places?
That I don't know. I was just looking, like going to regular stores. Not only that, once you see the Legoland there, you're fucked. If you're even remotely a Lego fan like I am, you're fucked. You can't go anywhere else.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm just like,
store.
I want to play with everything here.
Yeah. They had all the displays in there. Yeah. There's a couple of malls in Chicago.
They have a roller coaster inside that fucking mall.
Nice.
If that tells you anything.
That. Wasn't Hulk Hogan's restaurant there? Wasn't the
I don't
not
remember.
For very long.
I don't remember.
The one, before instead of investing in the Foreman Grill or instead of endorsing the Foreman Grill, like they offered him, he was like, I'm going to open a restaurant and come up with a pasta maker. Because, everybody loves fucking pasta shaped like Hulk Hogan. Good job, Terry.
Hulkster pasta. Drop a leg on it.
Like, I don't know how many different ways can you insert Hulk Hogan and ravioli into a sentence? Like, how do you combine those words?
I might have eaten ravioli as a kid watching Hulk Hogan on TV.
Well, definitely. I mean, there is a dichotomy there, and he's like, hey, come in here, enjoy some pasta. But now he's got the beach shop, and that's doing well. It's he makes appearances there. Because you never know when he does that, like, you never know when he's going to be there, and it's still fucking Hulk Hogan. Holy shit, what the hell happened to you?
I had to cut my mic real quick so I could sneeze.
What the hell? Are you okay?
I think so.
Did you switch flavors of vape?
No.
Is it black pepper vape?
No.
Is that what it is?
No.
No.
I think
what's the flavor this week?
Probably semen. I don't know.
It's semen flavor. Semen flavor.
No,
vape?
it's still the apple pie moonshine. That's all it's been for 3 years now.
Nice.
At least I can't get away from it.
Well, hey, yeah, that's get that in.
You find something that you like, and it's just like, oh, that's the one I've been looking for, and
yeah,
as
you
long
just
as
stick
they-
with it.
yeah.
Like Jaeger bombs.
I did watch though. So Good Life Vapor, nice little plug for them. Good Life Vapor is where I order it from. The owner's name is Jeremy Dollar. They're out of Georgia, and I watched a video from them the other day where they made I don't remember what the other flavor with it was, but they put sriracha flavoring, and these motherfuckers vaped it, and there was only one dude in the store that didn't goddamn die every hit that he took. Like even the girl that it was like watching a kung fu flick with the sound effects. Dude, it was just fantastic, and I laughed myself fucking stupid to the point I thought I was gonna black out. You ever get that where you laugh so fucking hard you think you're gonna pass out?
Yes. I gut laugh I gut laugh all the time, and it happens. You get lightheaded after so many minutes of doing it, and your jaw starts to hurt, and your abs hurt. They're sore for the next
sweating.
day. It's like, God, dog.
When you start sweating from laughing, is it just that good of a laugh, or am I maybe that out of shape?
I think that might. Yeah, that sounds not so much like a me thing.
Fuck you, Dave.
I don't really sweat from laughing.
Yeah.
Just dipping your fingers in ranch so
Did
you
your
can
teeth
bite your
just hit the mic?
fingernails. No, it was my finger hit the wire.
Because when your face came back around, it looked like
I understand.
a little throwback. So what all did you have to do last weekend
For the PTSD
Yeah.
thing? It was
Like
just
what-
it was just an
Like
appointment with a
like a checkup.
therapist.
Yeah.
It was with I had to talk to this lady about what I did prior to the military, what I did during the military, and what I've done after the military. And it was awesome to get to revisit all that dumb
I'm
shit
sure.
that I got to do before, during, and after. I just immediately post, because when we first met, I had just started to pull my head out of my ass.
like from getting home?
Yeah. I got depressed for a while.
Well,
and
man, that's the most common thing that I hear.
Purpose, and that's why I think I didn't have a purpose. We just went and sat in a motor pool for fucking days on end until we had to stuff parachutes or some other menial fucking thing. After you get back from being in a war zone for a fucking year, it's like, that's kind of shit.
Borderline degrading.
It's
like
dude, we would just.
I'm a fucking killer. I'm a trained killer,
Well,
and now you're gonna have me doing worse than a desk job.
I was water purification. I wanted to be doing that.
You were Pauly Shore.
Good job.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. 92 whiskey.
We are the Glendale Water Boys.
Yes. And I was fascinated by the science of it.
Well, yeah, man. Taking water that's infested beyond stepping into
taking water from an impure state to a clean state, and doing that through reverse osmosis, because the water purification units used the mediums were. It was cool. It was neat to me. It was interesting, and I was like, you know what? I can do this, and I can get out and work in water. Dude, I didn't touch water after I fucking graduated from AIT. I went straight to Iraq, and I sat in a fucking tower for the entire fucking time I was there.
Really?
It was awful. It was awful.
What do you mean, like a watchtower?
Yes, a guard tower.
Really?
Yeah, dude. At the worst time of the night, and then the hottest in the wintertime, the coldest time in the night, and the 4 to 8 shift, and then the noon to 4 shift in the summertime. was awesome. It was so fucking hot, and I was so complacent and so bored, and it was awful. And then getting back from that,
see, this is the shit that most people never get to hear about. Everybody thinks that everybody that gets shipped off and deployed is in the shit all the time, bullets flying, blah blah blah.
No.
And this, I've had several conversations with friends who were there, and they're like, "Dude, I literally went on one combat mission.
Well, that's
one, and the rest of my year and a half I was there, I sat on the fucking base waiting till we could leave the base to go do anything in a town."
Dude, it was you get back and you didn't have much purpose while you were there, and then you get back and you don't have any purpose other than waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go run for 5 miles with a idiot chanting at you. You know, it's soul crushing. It's really and that's, I can only take it. I took it for as long as I could take it, and I did one enlistment, then I got out.
So 4 years?
No. It was just a touch over 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then did you have to do 1 year of reserve?
Nothing.
No,
really? I didn't have to do any. It's IRR, individual ready reserve. I didn't have to go into the National Guard or anything like that. Only if they called you back. Only if you were reactivated. And that didn't happen. I was fortunate. And so once I got out, I was out, and it just spiral into stupidity. And then I pulled my head I started to pull my head out of my ass. It's been a work in progress. It's still, I mean, it was all the way down to the ribs. I'm saying it was way up there. And therapy, and a combination of therapy and activity and nutrition, exercise, and things like that.
Did you go through any of those like just deep bouts of depression?
Yeah.
From it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was that period that after the military, between what was it? What year was it? It was
like, when I say deep, I mean that debilitating depression where you can barely make yourself leave the house.
Between like 26 and 29.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty garbage. It was garbage. Yeah. I don't prefer to even. I've grown a ton since then, and at 29, I kind of that's when I stopped smoking cigarettes, and I got back into school, and I started doing positive shit for myself instead of just fucking spiraling down into addiction and of ugliness, and it just I was a shit. That was a shitty part, and I've done much better since then, and it's awesome to be able to have the clarity and positive mental attitude of PMA.
Right.
It's just
because
it really
I remember
so much, dude.
Oh yeah, I remember. When I first met you, I've always liked you. I've always thought you were a cool guy, but at the same time, I remember when you were fighting, and you did kind of have that self-destructive vibe about you.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you were fighting.
Yeah.
And then when you got done with that, we've been Facebook friends and all this, and I started to notice a shift a couple years ago.
Right.
And I was really like, wow, man, he's, especially when you started this job now that I really noticed.
Well, dude,
holy shit, everything kind of changed for you, and
it really did. It's really been a positive. It's been such a positive influence on my life. Self-destructive behavior was part of it for a long time, and it's because of self-doubt and acquiescing to defeat. And I don't allow that anymore. Just like I don't allow cigarettes anymore. I don't allow eating shitty all the time. I don't allow eating out all the time anymore. I just don't allow. I don't allow sleeping in. I don't allow staying out and going to bars and drinking and getting shit faced, because it doesn't accomplish anything. It's live with purpose. Live, and you got to make your own purpose, and that's been a big part of this journey that I've been on, and especially one of my. This is great for me. I love doing this.
Oh yeah,
because it's such a fun release to be able to just talk a bunch of shit,
just bullshit. Yeah,
and laugh, and it's really therapeutic in a way. It's
well, because that's one thing that try to explain to people who have never listened to my show, or they've heard of it and haven't listened and they're curious. And I'm like, dude, it's literally, it's my outlet. Like I found my true outlet in life where I can say anything I want to fucking say. People are going to listen or they're not going to listen.
Right.
But I know that people are listening, and I can say anything I want about what's going on in my life or in the world in general. And, and it's been very therapeutic for me because I mean, you know, like I've talked about on the show, I did a 3-part series about my life. And,
I remember that.
Yeah. And I mean, there's some harsh shit in there. And it sucked to try to get through talking about it in this medium, but at the same time, once I was done, it was lifted. Yeah. It was lifted off your shoulders. Yeah, it really was. Right.
I understand that completely. I do. Once you confront that kind of stuff, it does, and you're able to leave it behind, because today is you are the person that you are today, and you can build towards a better tomorrow. There's nothing except for you that says I can't do better. I can't make the most of this. And
you're kind of motivating me right now to actually get back to the gym. There's and not do a what reason I know I need to do.
You have once. You get once. And why not?
And
be
we both
optimal?
know that I can do it because you remember my transformation pictures.
Yeah.
And people going nuts that within 6 months, I went from 380 pounds to 307 pounds.
Yeah. It's possible. It's
people
possible.
Were like,
because what the fuck? Once you dedicate,
I was over 300 pounds and I was getting abs again.
Yeah.
Do you know how scary that is for people?
Well, Ronnie Coleman. Anybody. I'm saying it's possible. You can be the best. Why not be the best version of yourself? And no, I mean, you don't have to. There's nothing that says that you have to. But why not?
Right.
Why not? And the best version of yourself isn't going to come from, you know, once a week rapture, once a week fucking going and sitting in a fucking pew. You got to dedicate to getting yourself up, and your body needs to expand energy. Your body needs to consume healthy shit in order, because it's a machine. In a big way, it's a machine. And you've got to give it good stuff most of the time. I'm not one to say, you know, don't indulge, but don't be the drunk. Don't be the junkie and just commit totally to an unhealthy. You can commit to being a better version of yourself through healthy living and healthy habits, and it's just doing it. It's not easy, because it's easy. If it wasn't hard, everybody would do it a lot. It would be a lot easier for everybody to be.
Well, that's like when I was doing my transformation. Yeah. Everybody immediately, anytime somebody changes like that, and they see, and people can see the progress,
right?
Immediately the questions go, "What are you doing? A lot of people didn't like the answer.
You never do. Nobody
I went
does.
Pure paleo and was busting my ass in the gym 6 days a week.
Sure.
You don't get that. That shit wasn't handed to me. I was in the gym for at least an hour to an hour and a half, 6 days a week. And then I cut it down to 5 days a week because I was going too hard and was putting too much pressure on my knee joints and all that stuff. And
yeah, that can happen. You can definitely overdo it, and that's, I mean, you have to build to an intense schedule. If your body hasn't been working, you know, you can't just.
How much do you weigh?
I weigh 213 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, see, it's all right here, dude.
Yeah,
and it's gone.
I figured you were.
No, I'll be
under 2.
My goal right now is 195, and I'm going to be that. I'm going to be that by my buddy's wedding that I'm going to in Denver, and that's in November. So that's, I don't know, it's 11 or 10 weeks from now, and 2 pounds a week or less than that, because it's 18 pounds. Yeah. 18 pounds away from my goal weight.
Yeah, see, the problem I was putting on myself was during that time, you know, over 300 pounds. And granted, I was doing the elliptical and the arc trainer. So they're machines and I'm not pounding pavement. But at the same time, I was doing 2 miles a day on these machines over 300 pounds. And
stressing the fuck out of those machines, boy.
thanks, Dave.
He gets off that arc trainer instead of the incline. It's just like, oh.
Yeah, you actually hear the machine groan.
Oh. Bitch. Yeah, man. This is the funniest thing. Yeah.
And then, like, the weird thing is like this time I joined a gym that has mostly free weights and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I went in, and evidently I can't control myself enough. When I go in and I see free weights, in my head immediately it's go big or go home. Start fucking doing what you know you can do. And I can't.
Focus on it. It's more important to focus
Repetition.
on technique. Technique and muscle activation.
Yeah.
It's more important to focus on getting a
and
good burn.
the first time I
in
did
the
it, I was
muscle.
at Planet Fitness, and
Did you sound the lug alarm? Because you look like you do.
No, I didn't.
You big
and that's
lug.
the thing is, like,
You big lug.
the last time whenever I was there doing the transformation, in 3 months, I maxed out every machine.
Uh-huh.
Like, maxed.
Yeah,
They
of
had,
course.
and I felt like there was nothing more to offer me.
That's
And
$10. Well, that's what $10 a month will get you.
But you know what's funny? I got more results there and was able to keep going every day, whereas when I joined this gym back in January,
This gym, you don't want to say it.
I really don't even,
Yeah.
because I'm pissed that I haven't gone since the end of February, and I'm still locked into paying $35 a month for it, and it's just a waste of money.
Or you could take advantage of the money, and you're spending anyway, and just go and be responsible and do high repetitions with low weights.
Yeah.
And tone back down. You're paying for it anyway.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
like every time I've gone, every single time I went to work out,
Uh-huh.
I'd hurt myself and have to be out for another week.
well, stop being a badass. Be an old guy and pick up some lighter weights.
Be an old guy.
Be an old guy and pick up some lighter weights. That's just it
the
is.
old guy can still deadlift over 400.
Good
so.
for. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And you
You
do
know
it,
what-
and
hold
then
on.
you
You
do
know-
it,
you
and
know
then
what
you
the
don't
worst
pick
way-
it up again
No,
for
hold
another
on.
10 months.
No, you know,
because you hurt yourself.
No, check this. The worst way that I hurt myself. I was doing deadlifts.
Doing cock push-ups.
Worked up to 405. Did my 405 deadlift,
Mhm.
and then put it back down with just 245 plates on the bar. So we're talking 125 pounds.
Mm-hmm. You that
135.
that you
90
fell
and
off?
45. No, it didn't fall. No, I put it back down to 135 total.
Uh-huh.
Picked it up and started doing rows.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah,
bent
yeah.
over
Uh-huh.
rows. And on the third one, I went, "Hoo!" I had just lifted 405 pounds off the ground like it was shit.
Sure.
And then 135 pound rows threw my back out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then one of the guys that I worked out
Sammy
with, he was
Sosa pulled that same muscle sneezing. So
one of the guys I work out
it's-
with, he can deadlift like right around 600, I
Uh-huh.
think. And he goes, "Dude, I threw my back out at work 3 weeks ago picking up a wrench."
yeah,
I was like, fuck.
it doesn't take that much. It's just an improper movement, improper breath, improper timing. There's a bunch of ways. That's why you don't lift heavy. That's why. I mean, and especially I don't I'll do sets with 175 pounds on my bench press. I know that that's not any kind of, but I'm by
Dude, bench
myself.
press, I suck at bench. I can't fucking.
I do it by myself. I can get 225 up, but I want to do sets and I want to burn my chest, and I want my chest to burn every time. If I'm working it, I want to be able to see results, and that's the only way. Is you got to bust ass. You have to. I do cardio first.
Mhm.
I do my cardio because
That's what I
it's
always
an
do.
MMA thing. It's from that.
Well,
It's
because
from-
once you get your heart rate into a cardio zone, everything else you do is
stays there.
getting maximum.
Yeah, dude. Like even
efficiency.
after I measured my heart rate once I got back from the gym and I was at work, and I measured my heart rate in the parking lot before I went in, and it was at like 75 still. Like, and my resting heart rate right now is 42.
That's
Word.
crazy.
Word. Yeah.
My
so-
resting heart rate is around 60 to 70.
Yeah, it's 61 to 76 is the national average.
Yeah.
So it's not. I've just been doing a lot of for the past 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, something like that. I've been doing cardiovascular, heavy cardio every single week, 4 times a week, 80 minutes a week. So it's, I get it. The ARC trainer, I get it fucking in on
Dude,
that.
that ARC trainer kills me.
I bust ass on it, and I do that. That's my starter.
That's the most awful machine ever created.
It's like an elliptical and a stair climber
combined.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Because of the range of motion.
And hey, hold on just a second here.
Who's that? Is it some kind of...
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man. How's it going, man? I overslept, dude.
Is that Denim
Dave?
Dave?
Still doing it 9 to 11?
Yeah, it's Denim Dave on the phone right now.
Hey,
talking about he overslept.
Oh, shit.
Oh, good job. He's on the show.
Yeah, I've got you on the show right now. Hey, if you hurry and get your ass over here, you can still be on.
It's already...
All right, I'll be there.
Awesome. The door's unlocked. Just come in.
Yay, Denim Dave's coming.
All right, bub. I ain't even got shoes on. I ain't going to put shoes on. I'll be there.
He's going to run like Jesus. Walk on the water. Get it going.
Yeah, give me like 5. I'll be there, bro.
All right, man.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right.
As soon as I saw my phone light up with that, I was like, oh.
Did you say he looked like a smaller Dave Navarro?
He looks like Dave Navarro and Jason Momoa had a little child.
Like a small person child?
Yes.
Does he have...
He's not a little person, but he's just short. You're like, is he a midget?
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. I did want to say it.
That'd be great.
I love midgets so much. They're my favorite. They got those little hands. And
it'd be great if I fucking
everything they do is so fun because it's small. They don't have knees. It's so cool.
It would have been great if he really was a little person and I did nothing to prepare you for it. And he came walking through the door and you're like,
I want to hold you. I just want to pick you up, even though you're like only 4 foot, or 3'6", but you weigh like 70 pounds. You're so heavy. You're like a little sack of potatoes and rice together. So cute. I want to dress you up like a regular person. Wait, you already are. Dude, I love little people so much. A friend of mine named Lisa actually was really into midgets in like a way that it turned her on.
Yes, there are a few midgets
we
that
got
I'm
her.
like, oh yeah.
This isn't. I was living in Chicago at the time, and we got her a midget porn, and there was like 7 or 8 of us, and we all watched it together because people used to do that. I guess I don't like doing it. I don't.
No,
I'm not a big fan.
Okay, it's not like you're watching the porn for gratification.
I know.
So some friends and I, we used to put porns on, mute them, and we would do the storyline dialogues.
That's fantastic.
Fuck yeah, it is. Especially when you're high as fuck. That's hilarious.
I can imagine. Yes, I'm imagining.
And this is before, you got to figure this is late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
Now with the technology that we have, I could literally pull up porn clips and dub myself over with this equipment.
Oh, my God.
And do we should do that. No. Do commentary on a porn.
I refuse.
Oh, you liar. You'd be
I'm
down.
Just kidding. I'd be like, hello. My name is Paco.
I'm here to fix the cobble. You can
like
the story's ludicrous. You can just imagine where it goes from here.
Are you talking about the driveway? Cobble in the driveway?
The cable. The
cobble.
It's from Big Lebowski.
Oh.
Log jamming.
Yeah.
And then she goes, the story is ludicrous. You can just imagine where it goes from here. He's like, he fixes the cable.
Oh, yeah. I remember the scene now very well. God, I love that movie so much. She's my fucking lady friend. You got a sarsaparilla. I love. Yeah,
got
Sam
Sioux
Elliott.
City. Sioux City's a good sarsaparilla.
That'll do. That'll do. Yeah, Sam Elliott's so great. He's my favorite.
Have you watched The Ranch on Netflix?
No, dude.
Watch it.
I did.
I don't like Ashton Kutcher either.
No,
you'll like him in this.
It's canned laughter. That drives me nuts. It's closed
a great
set.
show.
It's closed set.
It's a great
laughter.
show. It's funny though.
I watched the first couple episodes. I gave it 2 episodes.
And you didn't like it at all?
Dig it, man.
Really?
I just thought it was overwritten and overproduced and like forced. don't tell me when to laugh, man. Fuck. It's not funny now because you're telling me when, and that's what drives me. I don't like that, like the sitcom thing. Like it ran its course with me with Saved by the Bell, like how they overdid it. They really overdid it on that show.
Which, in contrast, you do make a good point because The Office, which has zero laugh track
It's
or
the
anything,
fucking best.
dear, and just those awkward silences, and I'm dying
You're like,
laughing.
Michael just did that. He's saying cookie.
Or anything
He's saying
with
cookie,
Dwight.
cookie to the Indian girl.
Cookie, cookie, cookie.
Smack. Great, because you were so happy to see that. Because he's such a jerk in that first season because he's trying to be like Ricky Gervais so much, and then he finally settles into Nice Guy Michael, and that's the best Michael. Stupid Michael is the best
I'm
Michael.
going solely on stereotypes. Some people would say that you're a bad driver. Oh my God, am I a woman?
Yeah. Dwight.
Dwight is the fucking hero of that show.
He's the best. Yeah.
He is.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. What is going on here? He just gets so flustered with Jim. He gets so flustered, and Jim just knows just how to push his buttons, and that's one of the best. I think that's one of the best. Straight guy, funny guy tandems.
Oh yeah.
in television, and like ever, the way that they were able to play off each other, and when Dwight would get him, like in the later seasons, how Dwight was getting them back.
Yes.
Oh, it was so great.
My
It would be
favorite-
so mean, and he would just laugh hysterically. It was so funny.
My favorite, aside from the final season, like near the end, with the wedding, like Dwight's wedding, because that's it. Because from what I understand, you do know that he didn't know Steve Carell was actually going to be there.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
So
that
that's
makes
a
it so
genuine,
much
right?
better.
That reaction when he goes.
He had to have
it
known.
Was, no, from everything that I've read, it was a surprise,
Wow.
and he kept it in character. But when you see him start crying, and he goes, "Michael, you came," and
Yeah.
Michael goes, "That's what she said." like they were both just so overjoyed to see each other.
Right. That's awesome. It was so.
The Mexican Jesus is here.
Oh. Hello.
Look at this. What have you got here? Is that Southern Comfort? He just came in with a half gallon of Southern Comfort and a 2
This is
liter of
all
Sprite.
All of the noises now that you hear are libations. It's libation. It's Southern Comfort Sunday with Denim Dave. Yeah,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm David. Yeah, nice to meet you, bud. Is this close enough to the profile pic?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Get
Yeah.
your mic turned
I
on
heard
there.
the whole thing. It was wonderful.
Let's see what
It's
your
even
level's
closer
at.
to the drawing of the superhero. You look a lot closer to that. Yeah.
Right, I'm going for the physique eventually, but we'll see. We'll get it there.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty.
good?
Can you guys hear me okay? We get up this way?
Yeah.
Up,
There you go.
There we
Way
go.
better. Yep.
Nice.
There he is. Welcome.
So Denim
Welcome to the
Dave,
show.
aka Adrian Gutierrez, is in studio now finally.
Yep.
And I mean, he's only 40,
See, this would
43
be a proper,
minutes late.
This would be a
It's not too
wonderful
bad.
place to do a commercial break,
If
so
we
he
had
could
it.
pour his drink. Now because of
We get to experience.
we
it.
get to enjoy this professionalism.
Oh yeah, dude. This is I
but
needed
what-
to wake up, man.
I hear you.
What I was
hear you.
saying though about The Office, my favorite thing that they did in The Office. That's fucking amazing. It's picking up all
Oh,
of it.
you guys can hear me for it.
That's
Of
amazing.
course. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is
This
the episode
segment of
for
the
the
show
kids.
is brought to you by Southern Comfort.
So you guys want some, by the way? I don't know.
I'm good.
No, thank you.
SoCo and Sprite.
No, I shotgunned.
Denim Dave's over here like, look, I'm already too far gone from last night. If I stop drinking right now, shit's just going to derail.
I actually wasn't gonna go to sleep.
In my
last
Rick
night.
voice.
Wow.
In my
Dude,
Rick
did you hear
voice.
him call the Joel Osteen?
I'm the one that
Praline?
shared that. Yeah.
Praline? The Praline?
The praline.
Praline?
The praline.
Oh, that was so.
See? What are you
fucking
laughing
great.
about? You're laughing at your own ridiculousness. That's what I did.
That was amazing. I saw
Dude.
that recently. Yeah.
It's so good.
I want him on the show, like even to do a call in. I'm going to
bug him.
I'm going to send some stuff out and see if I can get a hold of him on Twitter or whatever and explain our podcast. Just be like, hey man, you think you could call in and just bullshit with us even for 15 minutes? I bet once he gets on though, he stays on way longer than 15 minutes.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I really want to see if he's just got the time one Sunday or something just to
bullshit for a minute.
just bullshit with us.
That would be great. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm going to church. I'm on my way to the Joel. I need to speak with Joel Osteen. Is Joel there? $83,708 for Joel Osteen.
Joel Osteen. He kept it Osteen.
Hey, that was greatness. I love that. I love that video.
Oh, but The Office, my favorite thing they did, though, yes, Asian Jim.
Oh, that was a good episode.
The depth that it was.
How hard? Well, they are willing to go to any lengths to
make
get
a joke
Dwight
work.
Yeah, when they learned fucking the Morse code, they learned Morse code to tell fucking Dwight, or to let Dwight know that there was a bomb in the building. He loses his mind. And they start blinking.
And you remember the hunt for the Holy Grail?
Which
where
one?
Jim had forgotten that he even did it. This is when Jim went to go work with his sports company that he started with the guys. He's in New York, and Pam calls Jim and is like, Dwight found something in a book here, and now it's leading to all these other clues. And he goes, oh yeah, the Holy Grail or whatever he did.
Yeah.
And he forgot that he did it, but he
That's
left
so
all
funny.
these clues all over the office to find this grail. And Dwight's going nuts.
That's funny. That is good.
That show is so great. The reason we got on this, Adrian, just so you know, I was telling him he needs to watch The Ranch on Netflix, but he makes a good argument. I love the show. I think it's funny. It's got Sam Elliott. It's got Ashton Kutcher and Danny Masterson.
I think I've seen it. It is on Netflix, you said,
Yes.
right? Yeah, I think I've seen it, but I haven't watched it.
It's funny, but he brings up a good point about the canned laughter.
I don't like it.
Sitcom
Don't tell me when to laugh. It's my hot body. I'll do what I want. You know. It's just,
Did you say it's my hot body?
yeah. Yeah, it's my party. I'll cry if I want to. Shit. Don't tell me when to laugh. It's not.
Then I made the point of because one of the best comedies ever is The Office, and there is zero laughter and just those awkward silences after one of the most hilarious things will happen.
Yeah.
No one on the show is laughing. I'm dying, and it's just that deadpan on the show.
I love that the biggest, one of the best arcs in the story was Dwight's, his coming of age, where they went from being enemies at the beginning of the show to that's his best friend.
Yeah,
he did, and he realizes that, and they're best friends. And it's even though he just fucked with him the whole time, it was because of how uptight he was, and he realizes that. And then it's freaking it. And Dwight's arc is one of the best arcs in television.
Yes.
It really is,
but on the flip
that was
side,
one of the reasons why that show was good in the last season.
On the flip side, when Dwight has that realization, he's like, it's basically that, wow, Jim is my best friend.
Yeah.
Jim Halpert is my best friend. And then Jim Halpert's like, oh my God,
Dwight's my
best friend. Opposite ends
when he goes into his and redoes his fucking cabinets when he has the kid, because he's like, mold, got to do it. And he sleeps in their fucking bed butt ass naked. He put their picture down. He folded the picture down and slept butt ass naked. He's like, yeah, your sheets are fucking amazing. And he was butt naked. Oh God. And then he just redoes their cabinets because it can't have mold around a baby. You know?
Yep.
It was so good.
I like that episode where he helps Jim out of a one night stand in the hotel with that one chick. And he's like, there's bed bugs. There's definitely bed bugs. And he's getting into the bed. And he's just breathing really hard. He's like they hate carbon dioxide or something. It's the best wingman ever.
He's like, dude, I need you to cock block for me. Yeah. Mission accepted. I'm on it.
Yeah, I still cry like a bitch on that last episode, though, man. The wedding, man, I still cry like a bitch.
Look, so that's what I was telling him was that wedding scene. Everything that I've read and found out about it is that Dwight, Rainn Wilson, did not know that Steve Carell was there.
What? Are you serious?
Yes. And
That's
so
awesome.
that reaction you see is genuine.
It's genuine. Yeah.
Like when he starts crying and he goes, and he kept it in character too, but he goes, Michael, I can't believe you came. And Steve Carell's crying too, and he goes, that's what she said.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
And that hug, and like you see Jim standing there too, and the look on his face is just, I mean, that's pure emotion in that room.
Oh yeah.
And I really want that to be the reality of how they did that, was they kept it a surprise. Like Jim knew that Michael was going to be there, but Dwight had no clue.
Yeah.
That was awesome. It was good. It was wonderful. Yeah, that show. The way it was able to invoke emotion and just keep you invested for that many seasons, even after Steve left. Even after Steve Carell left, dude, it was still a good show. I mean, it did lose a lot of it.
What's his name? Andy Bernard. What's his real name?
Oh, shit.
The dude from the Hangover
movies. Ed Helms.
Ed Helms, yes. He was fantastic.
As the manager? Yes. He was so inept.
He fucking
the nerd
What
dog.
about even Jim? Even he was like, it was so funny. Jim fucked up a whole bunch of times as manager also. He's like, what is it about this job that makes you an idiot? I don't know. I don't understand. You just become a manager and you just make the stupid mistakes you would say that you'd never do.
Is that not just
birthday combination?
Right. But
you know what I mean?
But is that not just the greatest reflection of real life?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I have worked in so many places where my coworkers, like one of my coworkers, becomes a manager, and as a coworker, they were competent. They were awesome. I even gave the vote of confidence for them to become a manager in certain situations where we would be asked,
happens.
Hey, what would you think if we made so-and-so a manager? Yeah, I think that they'd be perfect for this.
Yeah.
And then they become a manager, and it is like...
That's what happens.
I don't know if the word manager being attached to your name gives you shit for brains.
What happens is you're so happy about the power that you're not paying attention. You hit your head on something.
Yeah.
On the way in or out of the building, she was like, "Oh, cool, manager, funk," and
Because see, I've been a manager. I've been a manager several times, and I did not act that way. Like I literally let people know, like, look, we're still, as long as we still work together the way we did before I was manager. That's all I care about. You ain't gonna hear shit from me,
right?
But almost every scenario
once
that I can
everybody
think of,
starts asking you for all those QPT reports and fucking you're like, you got to go to all these extra meetings and shit, and
you're like, fuck.
I got to play golf now. Fuck that. Yeah,
no.
So this is a retail job, man. We work at a car wash. What are you fucking talking about?
Yeah,
right.
I'm a manager at a car wash.
I didn't get
that's
that
the other thing. I think sometimes there are people like not everyone is born to lead. They're just fucking not.
Yeah.
Not everyone can be a leader. Anybody can be a boss.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You can slap the title and give the position to anyone. But the problem is, I think that, like...
Father, daddy.
Is that off of me?
There's this whole, like...
Joel Osteen said that.
Joel Osteen said that.
Maybe there's just this, like, too many people whenever, like, I think too many people that I've experienced are more concerned about having that title of manager, like, to the point that it clouds every other thing in their life. Like, and like you just said, we work at a car wash. Bitch, you're the manager of a car wash. You are so insignificant to real life right now.
Yeah.
And you are placing the utmost importance on it. Like you're doing life-changing
purpose,
shit.
Man.
Right.
Yeah, purpose.
There is no purpose. Like, I've had to knock managers down like that. I've not, and it never ends well for me.
That's why.
But
that's why my resume is as long as it is.
It is an extensive read.
You try to keep it on one page. I can't.
Fuck
though.
No.
I can't.
But I'm just that interesting.
Yeah.
But exactly. You know what's funny is I'm one of those
reason
people,
for leaving. Big personality.
I'm one of those people though. The resume, I know that it's hard for some people to get past how many jobs I have had. However, and I always say this, I say it just like this: when they make the mistake of giving me an interview, you just fucked up.
I was so charming.
Because I will get that job if I want it.
Yeah.
If I get there and I don't like you, I will sabotage my own interview and I will say whatever the fuck I want, and I'll say it how I want, and you will get some hard truths, and I will just have spent an hour of my day
winning.
Yeah. Winning.
Yeah. But I know that I'm one of those people, whenever I go in for an interview, it's not even saying the right things. Like, I don't do that. I don't fucking pander to people ever. You know this. I can't fucking do it. I can't just make myself seem appealing to no. But when I go in,
pull your dick out.
Right. No, I've literally gotten jobs because
does this not impress thee?
No, I've gotten jobs because I'll go into.
Are you not entertained?
I'll go in.
I was waiting for it.
I'll go into an interview, and usually the ones that I do the best in are the ones where I just come in so nonchalant and just give them this attitude of, yeah, I mean, I really, I want a job, but I don't know if I want this job. And I've flipped it around on several interviewers where they're like, so tell me why you would want to work here, blah, blah. I'm like, actually, from where I'm sitting, you should probably tell me why I would want to work here.
That's one way to put it.
I have several offers.
That's definitely a way to put it if you don't want the job.
No. I've gotten the job based on that, because when you make them tell you why you should want to work there, that's a whole different game. Dude,
when you put the selling shoes on them,
I've literally, I'll tell them, like, I can bullshit
thing,
you,
dude. That's a sales thing.
Because I grew up in sales.
I don't want it. It's whenever I talk to people on the lot, it's not me saying this is why you should buy this car. I'm like, tell me why you want this car.
Yeah.
Tell me why you want it.
Yeah.
So whenever I have to fucking peel them off the ceiling because of how expensive fucking cars are, and people don't realize how fucking expensive vehicles are,
Right.
And they're just like, oh my god, that's so much. Well, this is what you want. This is what it costs.
Right.
Yeah.
See, and for me, that whole going in, first of all, if you know you've got several interviews lined up, you have the power.
Sure.
Like, you hold the hand.
Sure.
You've got the winning hand. And I've literally told interviewers, like, look, I can give you a bunch of BS, or I can be real with you in this interview. Which would you prefer? Well, I would appreciate
said that?
I absolutely say that. And they're like, I would appreciate
put it past
honesty.
you,
I would appreciate honesty. And I say,
do you mind asking paper or plastic?
no, look. And
like, fuck this bagging job. I got other interviews.
Hold on. I've also been blunt with interviewers, and I'll tell them, look, if you want me to be honest with you, I'm going to roll with this, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel about this job, like, potentially, and what I'm coming from, and I may use some big boy words that may evoke some emotion from you. If you don't like foul language, I'm gonna have to really think about, like, what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, man, it's just us. Go ahead and be honest. And I'll
eat a bag of dicks.
No, it's nothing like that. But I use fuck like a comma.
Oh yeah.
And they've even done research. There have been several studies done that show people who curse and swear regularly are actually more honest and trustworthy people, because they are so unguarded with what they're thinking and what they're saying that it's just pure fucking honesty coming to you.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's half
people.
I feel like that's half the battle. I think a lot of people that just swear vehemently are pausing and using those. Some people.
Mine just flows in the context.
I wasn't saying you, but a lot of people use swear words as a interjectory
to think, to come up with.
Fucking.
When you draw it, when you draw it out, that's. But that's I've told interviewers, I'm like, look, I can tell you the bullshit of, hey, I think that I would be a great team member here, blah blah blah. But if we're not wasting each other's time, you and I both know that this is a menial job. You're going to pay me $9 an hour to do some bullshit, to take time out of my personal life to be here so many hours a day, and you're going to compensate me in that manner, and I'm going to provide your service to your customers. That's it at the end of the day. However,
It's a very matter
does
of fact
this
way of
job?
speaking.
And they,
People appreciate
they
that.
do.
Yeah.
They do. And then
Yeah.
I say, however, is there anything about this job that you think from your position will be emotionally gratifying for me for sacrificing this time out of my life?
Mm-hmm.
Even though you're paying me, what you're paying me, we both know is not fair compensation for the time taken away from my personal life.
Right.
And they'll be honest. Everything that I've experienced, if you're honest with an interviewer or whoever's doing you, they'll be honest. They'll be like, look, man, I'm not gonna bullshit you. Especially if it's a one-on-one where it's not multiple people interviewing.
Yeah.
If it's one-on-one, they'll tell you, be like, look, it sucks. You're gonna be wore out when you leave here at the end of the day, but some of the benefits that we have are really sweet comparatively to other
Places that pay the same.
right.
Yeah.
Like and or I've had interviewers flat out tell me
That's
like,
something that is,
dude, like this is one of my problems too. I know that not to boast about my intelligence, but I'm too smart for my own fucking good, and it gets me in trouble, especially in the workplace.
it's a good thing you're ugly. No,
No shit.
Just kidding.
No shit. Dude, no, seriously. Being intelligent.
You guys, I owe you. I owe you.
Being
you all for last
intelligent,
week.
being intelligent and working in the actual workforce is a hindrance. If you're not working for yourself, it is a hindrance because I look around like, okay, the job that I do now, I'm a drug screener. I like my job. It's cool, man. Especially the perks that go with it. I don't make a lot of money. I make okay money. You know. But I love the freedom that I have in my job.
Yeah.
For one, like I work from home. There's my work computer right behind you, all that shit. You know, I love that. I don't have someone looking over my shoulder all day. You know, hey, how come you're not doing this? Blah, blah.
Where's
Shut
my
up.
QPS reports?
Yeah, get away from me. But, you know, I've worked in jobs. Dude, when I worked at Toyota, TMMI, Toyota Manufacturing, Motor Manufacturing in Indiana. When I worked there, it sucked.
Oh yeah, but
I was making $16 an hour.
Yeah.
I ended up tearing my shoulder up there though. But while I was working there, I'm literally looking around at these people, and I'm like, we're stuck in a gray ass building, staring at gray all day, and you motherfuckers are just happy as shit. Blah, 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 whatever. And for me, it was the most psychologically destructive thing I have ever done as factory work, because it leaves me alone with my thoughts too much in the day.
Yep.
And for me, that's a dark fucking place to be. And all I could think about, whether it was there, I worked at Toyota Bashoku. I worked in a fucking tire retread facility. Literally all of these factory jobs that I've had, after a week, I start looking around, and I'm like, I would be doing everyone here the biggest favor in the world if I slaughtered all of them. and this isn't just
nice thought. I've had that thought working at AT&T before.
Oh my god, this isn't, and it's not a humorous thing. It's not like I'm making jokes in my head.
Yeah.
I am literally looking around at these people while I'm doing my work, going,
God damn.
This is it for you.
God
This is
damn.
This is a stop. This is a stop for me. Like
Yeah.
this is just a detour for the majority of those people that I worked with in those
That's their
situations.
life.
That is life.
Yep.
And
It's mind numbing. Why do you want to be? That's what life
And I
is
know that
more
it's-
than that.
right,
It's
but,
more
and
than
I know that
for
it's
sure.
bad to judge people in that way, because not everyone has the aspirations and ambitions that I have, and I know that. But at the same time, I look at the things that I'm reaching for, even at that time, and I wanted to do at that time, and wanted to be, and it was always something more. And these people have become so fucking complacent with life, and I'm like, why do you not eat a bullet?
Well,
If this is it for you.
if that makes them happy,
Now there are some people that work there that were genuinely happy,
and that's
and they'd been there since it opened.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're going to
I've
retire
met
in a
people-
few
I've
years.
met people in that.
Well, yeah, because they come to you to get vehicles, whatever. And, and it's one of those. The majority of the people there, during the breaks and on lunch, all you hear them do is bitch. About everything.
That's a lot of people. A lot of people
Yes.
choose negativity.
They put themselves though in situations
whenever
that do
you
not.
hear that, the people that are like that, the toxic.
Yes.
whenever you put toxicity out there, you just put this toxic just funk out there, and it's just like, man, my life sucks.
Yeah.
Man, I need to quit doing this. I need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
This is what's wrong. Everybody else, it's all everybody else's fault. Man, if I could only do this, man, I swear, if Coach would have put me in the fourth quarter, we'd have won state. That's what
Uncle
it is.
Rico.
A lot of people in the world are like fucking Uncle Rico, blaming their shit on other things and just bitching about where they're at, what their lot in life is. We only get once, man.
Yeah.
Fucking chase it.
A lot of it
Go
is
after
tenure
it.
also. People that have been there for a long time. Like, I used to work at a Shoe Carnival distribution, and there were some people in there that like fucking absolutely hated the job, but because they were there for so long
Trap
and
job.
got paid
AT&T.
well enough, like they're like,
AT&T
it's
is a
not
trap
worth it
job.
for me to leave
Right.
because I'm getting this much money.
And you're not going to make
But
that
they're not
somewhere else.
happy. Like, every time I'd work with those people, they're like, fuck this job,
Obvious,
you know?
well, obviously, and that's the thing. Money isn't everything. You gotta find what gives you that gratification. What you were talking about just a second ago with when you're asking in your interview, what emotionally, what type of compensation am I going to receive emotionally from this? What type of challenge mentally am I going to receive from this job? That's why I love what I do so much.
Yeah, because yours changes every day.
Exactly. And
Every day
every
is
single, no, not every day,
Every interaction.
Every single interaction with business potential is different. They're all different, and as much as they are similar, because they all want the same thing at the end of the day, the best deal that they can get, and I give that to them every time. And I try, I attempt to do that for as many people as I can. I want to do, but every single one is different, and that's what's so fulfilling to me in that regard. Even with as much rejection and all the bullshit that I do deal with there, the favoritism, the nepotism, the skepticism, all the isms, and a whole lot of bullshit that I have to deal with, I still do find it very fulfilling whenever I'm able to get a person's guard down and make a genuine customer and a friend and inform them, and because when people make educated decisions about that kind of shit, they're well informed, and truth is the only way to do that, and truth and a little bit of intelligence on their part whenever they realize economics and people realize the economic balance of the world, then it's a lot easier to conduct business with people that are like that, as opposed to ignorance, and there's a lot of that too. But even with dealing with all of that, whenever I'm able to help a person and we build a relationship based on that, it's fulfilling. There is fulfillment there.
Oh yeah.
And so you've got to have that. It's got to be more than just the money. That's something that's different about our generation. My dad's dad told him, he's like, if it's not making you fucking money right now, it's a waste of fucking time.
Yeah.
If you're not making money off of it right now, it's a waste of time. My dad is one of the best artists I've ever seen. I've seen drawings that he's done that looks exactly like both of those fucking pictures. It's stuff that is just amazing. He won an art contest at 8 years old to go to fucking Disney World in California from Chicago, and to go out there and meet Walt Disney, and he won this art contest that was that good.
And his dad shit
all over it. Yeah, and so what happened to him? He ended up fucking dropping out in high school and enlisting in the army and fucking working and owning a construction company for his whole life.
Damn.
And now he's done well.
But his passion got thrown to the side.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, the guy can fucking make a set of plans, and he's not even an architect. He doesn't even have a high school diploma. He could draw fucking plans. Yeah. Freehand and shit. I mean, his art has
like blueprints, right?
His construction. He loved the buildings. They were doing the Hallmark. They were building the Hallmark building in Chicago when he was a kid, and he would go downtown and saw that, and he was just enamored with it. He was an engineer in the Army, and now he's a general contractor. So he does follow it. He did follow his passion a bit in that regard. Mm-hmm. So I'm proud of him for that. I admire him for that. But his work ethic, he was always, because of his education limitations, because of his choices in life, he ended up having to take a lot of jobs that other people wouldn't do in construction all over the country. He would go and be there because he was the boss. He'd have to be on the job site because, mice are playing when the cat's away, all that shit.
Right.
So he was gone a lot in our childhood. I didn't, and that was something, even though he didn't follow he followed his passion, but he should have been an animator. He should have drew fucking cartoons. He's super creative. He's funny as hell. I get a lot of my personality from him.
Right.
And and so he got to follow it, but yeah, you got to go after it because it's just once. You just get once. And now he's 60 and you know he's still not there. He's still trying to get out of it. He still wants to get away from it, but he still can't because of that work thing that his dad poured into him. And that's something that's different with us. We want to be emotionally fulfilled. We want to be gratified by our work.
Yeah, because literally right now,
because we realize how precious time is.
I can make just a little bit less than what I make now and go flip burgers at McDonald's. Or I could make, a couple of dollars more an hour and hit up $14 an hour and go drive a fork truck in a warehouse all day. And neither one of those are ideal for me. However, if I had to choose between those two, most people would instantly jump at the fork truck job over McDonald's. And me, I'm like, no, I'd rather be around people and
that's what I'm saying. It's not just money. It's not all about financial compensation with our generation. It's more about what do I get out of this? What is it?
Because you're taking time from my life.
Exactly.
Right. You're taking a third of my life away from me.
Right.
You're going to have to give me more than money.
What's kind of fucked up for me is that I don't look at a job for how much they're going to pay me because I do stand-up. So, I have to have an open schedule, like flexibility and shit. Like, that's what I fucking love to do is stand-up comedy. Family hates it because it's not bringing in money. I don't give a fuck. Like, I took up this job, and I'm getting paid, like, $8 an hour right now. And, man, I sand cars all day. Okay. I work at a paint and body shop now. And, like, I mean, that job, though, like, I go in, like, kind of whenever I want. I leave whenever I want, and it, like, it pays me and shit.
It allows you freedom to do that.
Yeah, dude.
See, that's the way, honestly, that's the way I think more jobs should be. Is don't give me a stringent, just a strict work schedule. Hire me, let me come in and work, or let me give you a call in the morning and be like, hey man, I'd like to come in and work for 4 hours today.
But when they sign your paycheck, you don't get to decide that kind of shit.
But you know what?
Yeah.
But look, hold on the flip side of that, okay, that's great. Yeah, they have the power of the paycheck. What's almost every company's turnover rate like?
Oh yeah, especially
AT&T. You can't keep people. So how about you try Bulldog's idea and you have a whole bunch of people that maybe don't want to work every goddamn day and just be like, hey,
like Walmart.
Like Walmart, yeah,
for real.
That staff every 6 months, completely different people.
Yeah,
not just that,
and none of them know how to work a register,
and none of them.
That's why they have
self-checkouts now. Yeah, and they don't give anybody full-time schedules.
Nope,
it's like you only.
Walmart is the biggest scammer of the
employee benefits and welfare programs.
They show you how to get
their
SNAP benefits and all this
in their break rooms.
Fucking crazy. That should be illegal. That shit pisses me off. I don't even want to go on that tangent again. But one thing that I've experienced.
Hold on. I'm verklempt.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic.
Oh, okay.
Orange Julius's.
Oh God, no. So check this out.
Neither orange nor Julius, but actually I had to go piss. So
okay.
That's why I'm verklempt. I told you that.
Well, then you know what? We'll just cut out for a quick break. And we'll be right back.
Cool.
All right, we're back. Dave had himself a nice little pee there.
Hello.
Yeah. So what I was talking about though is one thing that I've experienced when you were talking about people not like they want to blame everybody else and blah blah blah. So. One thing that I had to get past was, I had a really awful life growing up, and it's one of those things where I still to this day I wonder, had I had a different mother, what kind of who would I be? Like if I hadn't experienced the shit that I did.
Well, if only I had a father. So thank you, you insensitive ass. I'm just kidding.
No. Dude. No. I've said this before. My womb donor could have died on the table, and she so long as I lived, she served her purpose in this world. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, I refer to my mother as my womb donor. That's it. That's all she was.
Donor.
But no, like, the one thing that I have always had a problem with is, first of all, a lot of people don't know how to dish constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
So when people come at me with just straight criticism, I immediately go on the defensive.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I am very quick to point out anything about you.
Right.
I can shut that shit down immediately. And I'm like, well, let's talk about you for a minute.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the one thing that I have found, and I have plenty of people to back this up because they're like, God damn, dude, what is going on? But for whatever reason, a lot of the jobs that I've worked, I don't know if it's my size or my demeanor or the way I carry myself, someone wants to try to make an example of me almost immediately. And that is a stupid fucking game to play.
Yeah.
First of all, this is a menial shit job. And you trying to exercise any kind of authority over me, bitch, you're only safe in the confines of these walls, because if I drag you out that front door into the parking lot, yeah, I might catch a case. You're going to catch traction, because I'm going to beat the fuck out of you.
And then I'm going to fuck your ass. And it's not like, a sex thing. It's a power thing.
I don't understand. Like, that's another thing I love about this job. They're like, my regional manager, cool as hell. Like, your chain of command is good.
Yes, that's good.
Yes. There are some things I don't like about what happens corporately with the job, but that's with anything. But the bad in this job that I have now is nowhere near the good.
Right.
Like, it is, the scale is tipped completely dominantly to the good.
Sure.
But I look back at past jobs and I'm like, man, I really could have succeeded in this place had I been given a fair fucking shake. Mm-hmm. Like, if some asshole hadn't just immediately had it out for me and, like, wanted to make an example of me.
You're so charming, man.
I think I am. A lot of people think that I am, and that's the thing. Like, but
that's
one thing,
you're
one thing that I won't
like
do.
You're alpha. You do exude an alpha presence,
yes.
And a lot of people get threatened. I'm sure a lot.
Yes,
of
and I'm a natural leader.
Like
I know that I am, because if any work situation that I've been put into, I can be there for 3 days.
Yeah,
and you can make me a project manager for whatever you want done. Like, just be like, hey, dude, I need you to take care of this. Blah. Okay. And I will round up a couple people with me and be like, hey, guys, this is what we got to do. This is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do. This is what I want you to do. This is what I'm going to do. And that's one of the most important things of being a leader. Never leave out what you're doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's, otherwise you're just a boss and delegating.
Yeah, knowledge is power, and people do, and improper
when you
leadership
make them feel
covet
equal.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, improper leadership covets that knowledge. It's a big thing in a lot of industry, in a lot of jobs.
Well, and I've figured out, so that's what I was getting to. I figured out why that is. Because every one of these fucks knows that a retarded chimpanzee could do their job with a week's worth of training.
I mean, Kevin Spacey was the boss in Glengarry Glen Ross. Mm-hmm. He was that guy. He was like, I know and he was a shit because of that. Because management's just not it's not a glamorous. There's nothing glamorous about the job. You get shit on by your bosses, and you have to implement like unfair shit. You have to be the medium between the unfair shit that the higher ups want to implement in order to cut costs and save corners and everything, and then to continuously want to have profitable operations with your team, whether it be in sales or warehouse or anything like that, where they shave a couple of minutes off a break, or
they give you more jobs to do.
Insurance gets changed, or your job responsibilities grow, but your pay doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the epitome of AT&T, man. That's exactly what they did to us. Like when I worked at AT&T, we would solely just fix people's phones and like do minimal customer service. Like there was a department for customer care. Like, we shouldn't have to do that shit. We got that put on, and then we had to do international calls, and then we had to do a bunch of they just kept tacking on jobs.
But the pay
stayed the same. And I'm like, fuck this place.
You want to know why that is? Because I work there too. Yeah. It's because you don't have a real union. Yeah. That union is shit. The CWA is a joke. And yes, I'll say it on here. I don't give a fuck. I was a part of it, and I know what a joke it is. And every time,
Jimmy Hoffa body time.
No, this is. They're not. It's not even. It's not even a real union type of conversation.
Is it a Confederate?
It might as well be. It might as well be because they are an island to themselves. Think about this. For a real union to function, you have to have more than one job opportunity in the area.
Yeah.
Kind of like being, carpenter or iron worker or pipe fitter. Well, if you get fired from this job, you just go back to the union hall and they're going to send you out to another job. If you get fired from AT&T, where the fuck you going?
Fucked.
Teleservices, wait, they're closed.
CWA isn't a part of that.
Yeah, I know that.
Right.
That's the one place.
Yeah, that's all they have. So it's not a real union. And every single time that they have gone to renegotiate the contracts with AT&T, they have failed. They lose everything. Right now, do you know that AT&T's been operating for 6 months with no contract?
Yep.
They did their little walkout. They had their little strike.
All right, everybody, come on back
for a weekend.
Yeah, and AT&T publicly said, "Oh, they're just whining. They're really making
exactly what
they're really.
I don't understand why the workers at this point, which I do understand, it's because hey, they're paying us this much money, and we all have bills, and that's the exact thing that AT&T knows. Your union doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah,
just keep paying them. It's cool. It's fun. Just hey, pass the collection plate.
Now, what would cause AT&T to have a massive fucking stroke is if everyone without the union's authority or the union's knowledge, everyone in that building, or at least 90% of them, got together and were like, okay, everybody, it's Monday morning, it's 8 a.m., log into your phone, and then log right back out.
Yep.
And walk out. And go stand across the street in the bank parking lot or wherever along the grass there and have your signs. And nobody's working. That's when AT&T has a massive fucking stroke. Because during that weekend that they did strike, there was a whole bunch of bad shit happening with those calls going to India and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And apparently the customers were not happy.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you do is to get attention in a situation like that, you have to make the customer's unhappiness reach an all-time high simply for the fact that you're not there to deal with them.
Right.
Yeah.
When a customer's wait time starts spanning upwards of 40 minutes a call.
Yep, that's going to hurt the bottom line of the show.
By the time someone picks up, they're going to be ready to be sent to...
Not exactly this month, but those contracts don't last for forever.
Yeah. Well, there are some people that will flat out pay that $375
cancellation.
Yeah, oh yeah. They will.
Man, I hated that job. I just want to openly voice how much I like that job. I was there for like 2 years, and
oh, dude, it
is a soul crusher.
The whole building.
I was depressed as fuck whenever I left.
You've got corporate, and then you've got the workers, and it is one of the most genuine us versus them scenarios I've ever seen in my life. Like, it is in your face, us versus them.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds
like
great.
To the point that when I got fired, when I got terminated, and they terminated me for something that they couldn't produce what they said they had. They said they had a clipped call of me hanging up on a customer and not offering a call back. And then when it came to my termination,
for that.
When it came to the termination, I was like, so do you have the clipped call? Well, we can't locate it, but we're still going to move forward with the termination. What I should have done was I should have gotten the union attorney and I should have sued them and retired young. Instead, I decided to, when I walked out of that room.
If you did that and you'd have been able to retire, the podcast wouldn't be the same.
True.
Because
it probably wouldn't exist.
So the other day, this guy scratched my Bentley. That's what it would be instead.
So I still got problems. I don't do shit.
But no, look, it was so bad that one of the area managers at that time,
making a movie,
he knew what was coming, and he knew what would happen had he been in the building while I was terminated. I would have made a beeline for his office.
To do what? Sidekick him?
I would have gone in, locked his door, and proceeded to beat the fuck out of him.
Gorilla like throw
Dude,
him by the like.
There would have
the
been
Hulk-
German
the Hulk
suplexes.
versus
It would have
Loki.
been. It would have been like watching
Hulk versus Loki.
Brock Lesnar versus a midget.
Yes.
It would have been bad. It
See,
would have
he
been
had me
blood.
psyched that you was a midget for a little while.
Oh,
earlier.
man.
I was like, no.
But no,
No.
he
Just a shorter Dave Navarro.
he took off of work that day.
Oh man, fuck that. No, I had a.
And I
remember-
even said, I
don't
was
blame
like,
him.
in the meeting.
You're a big guy.
In
I
the
don't blame
meeting,
him.
both of the managers that were involved and then the union rep that I had, I said, all four of us in this room know why so-and-so isn't here today.
Yeah.
And they were like, what? And I was like, you can play dumb. But I was like, all four of us in this room know
Yeah.
what would have happened had
Patty.
you terminated me and he was in that office right down the hall.
Yeah.
We all know. And so you can let him know. Granted, he doesn't work there anymore and he no longer lives here. He moved back to wherever he came from. I don't even fucking remember. I think Texas. But I said
Wherever he
flat
came
out.
from.
Oh, I said flat out. I was like, but you let him know Evansville's a real small town. And one day, I'm going to walk into a bar or a restaurant and he's going to be sitting there and I'm not even going to have words. There will be no words.
Yeah.
I'm going to knock his dick in the dirt.
Why?
Huh?
Still? You're still
If I
mad
were to
about
see,
it?
if I were to see him today,
You'd hit him?
I would absolutely bust
Why?
his
Dude,
ass.
There are some people
There's
out there that like,
blatant-
literally they
blatant
there's a
disrespect.
piece of them.
Disrespect on a massive level.
Oh yeah.
It'll
on
make you
a-
feel better.
Huh?
I don't. What's the point? What's it going to do other than get you like arrested?
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
But the point would be,
God damn, that felt good.
you get to live. He gets to live.
From now on, whenever it rains, you're going to remember my name.
You goddamn right.
I got you.
And that's just it. Look, hold on. So you're a fighter, and I know that you can embrace part of my mentality on this. I think that the human race as a whole has become too fucking weak and complacent, and they allow things to happen to them, and no one's held fucking accountable. And I'm not that goddamn person. I can't be that person.
I think
If
people
you-
are scared.
Exactly, and I'm not. If you want to do something to me, if you want to jeopardize my life or my livelihood in any fucking manner, you had best be ready to play the game according to the rules, and it's not going to be the rules that you want. The rules are established by the powerful party, and that's me. Because while we're in this building, I have to maintain a modicum of civility. But when we walk outside those doors,
Oh man.
I fucking own you. That's part of the, like, I don't even like using the alpha mentality, but that's part of it is, bitch, I am better than you. I am stronger than you and I'm smarter than you. If I wanted to, I could set something up in a manner where no one would ever realize that it's me that did this to you, and you have no evidence. You're probably not going to have any memory.
Stab you with an icicle.
You're not going to have any memory that it was me that did this to you.
Man, there's a guy
But
that,
I'll know. And that's, in my opinion, those are the most dangerous kind of people in the world. I don't need anyone to know that I did this to you.
Yeah.
I just need you to know.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't want an audience. I don't want witnesses.
Yeah.
All I need is, and that's the difference between, oh, well, sure. Would it have been cool for a whole bunch of people to see this dude get his ass whooped by me?
Yeah.
Sure. But then it brings heat on me.
Yeah.
It's more gratifying for me, for him to have to miss X amount of days, maybe weeks, maybe months.
Yeah.
And then he comes back to his job and he's changed. He has a different mentality and outlook on life now. And he's afraid.
And he has to drink his lunch.
Yeah.
Right next to you.
Right.
Hey, bud, how are you doing?
I'm just enjoying this protein shake. My teeth are wired shut. Could you help me
No,
with the
the-
stir?
do you
I'm
agree?
in traction
No, dude,
right
I
now,
totally
and
do.
can't,
People are so afraid of
I
everything
can't shake
now.
my shake
I got a
very
story
hard.
for you, man.
Could you shake that for me, please? I'm in a cast, by the way. It's traction. There's a halo around my neck. That's what, in our imaginations, that's what's going on right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Just society in general has become complacent.
Yeah.
And look at, okay, as awful as ISIS is, they are fighting for an ideology. These motherfuckers are putting their... You can laugh and you can make whatever jokes you want, but at the end of the day, these motherfuckers are putting their lives on the line for what they believe in. And they are sacrificing, self-sacrifice. They are choosing to blow themselves up for what they consider their greater good. We call them terrorists. Our media calls them terrorists. We vilify them. We paint them as the bad guy. Yet they did not invade our country.
No, I agree with that. Yeah,
but what they want to do, they want to implement Sharia law.
Sure they do,
the world over, and that's what.
Actually,
that shit ain't.
Hold on,
down.
You know what's funny is, hold on, I don't speak Arabic or whatever they may be speaking.
Yeah,
I don't. You know, who do you rely on for that translation of what they said?
Donald Trump.
You rely on the media to tell you, oh, this new video has been posted, blah blah blah. Well, meanwhile, if I can take any knowledge that I have of any terrorist groups, and I put that in quotes.
See, that's the pointlessness of war.
Hold on.
That's it.
All of these terrorists that we deal with, we created. Especially the CIA.
Oh.
So, how do I know?
I'm surprised South America doesn't ban us from ever even stepping foot on their soil again.
How do I know that the dude that you just showed all over CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, whatever the fuck you want to broadcast him on, how do I know he's not a CIA operative speaking in Arabic, saying what is given to him on a script that whatever operator or director gave him to say to create fear?
Of course. That's why I don't watch the news.
Oh yeah, no, I can't do it. It'll piss me off, and I'll throw things at my TV.
Yeah, I don't.
And I sit there and bark and growl, and it's fucking weird.
It's terrible. I hate that I can't be informed because it's all biased. It's the same thing with like documentaries and shit. Yeah. You always you just follow the money.
The agenda,
you just follow the money.
Under the agenda of whatever narrative your mind is operating under.
And that's why instead of embracing the mediums that are constantly updating themselves, I'm going backwards a bit. That's why I'm getting into existentialism. That's why I'm researching. That's why I'm doing yoga now. That's why I'm doing things where, you know who I actually, make fun of me for this if you want to, but I was watching Chelsea Handler the other day.
She's great.
And she had on the founder of Pinterest. I think that is the best social media app that is out there. Mm-hmm. The only fucking app that I've ever seen that tries to get you off of the internet.
Yeah.
DIY.
Facebook locks you in.
It's like, oh my God, Hurricane Irma, Josephine, Katniss, fucking LMNOP, they're all coming. North Korea nukes, they're all coming. Fucking racist cops, they're all coming. Fire. California's on fire. Fucking.
You guys know that Montana's on fire as well?
That's something craziness.
Why is Montana not always on fire?
All this stuff's going on, and then right underneath it, it's a video of cats, and it's a video of cats, but all it does is suck you in. It just wants you to keep fucking scrolling. Keep scrolling up. Pinterest fucking is like, hey, here's 16 slow cooker recipes.
Yeah, go make this.
Here's fucking 18 ab workouts. Yeah. Here's fucking things to do in Southern California. You know, all that shit, you know, including visiting the porn shops, of course. You know? Whatever. There's so much great... And Pinterest wants you off the internet. They want you doing things. They want you to have ideas from getting outside.
They've shown that Facebook now is one of the leading contributors to mass depression.
Absolutely, it's so depressing.
You just got bombarded with shit after shit after shit. I've had to really slow down how much I'm on Facebook.
Yeah,
I've really had to cut it back. And since I've noticed, like one thing I had to do, I had to make myself stay away from political posts,
dude.
Because even I'm not political, but when I see people say stupid things, dude, I automatically feeling like it was that in my head, like, oh, dude, just let them know, like, no, this part is wrong. You're incorrect about this. No, I don't support Trump. I'm not a fucking Nazi. I'm not alt-right. But I don't buy every fucking thing that everyone puts out. No, I know that Trump is bullshit. I know that Hillary's bullshit. Yeah. It's all bullshit. It is us versus them.
Yeah. You know, I think would be really cool.
What it needs to be, but what it should be is collective. We're a collective, and
that's the media. The media, the government through control of the media has absolutely achieved the
division.
Yes, achieved the objective of dividing. The fact that there's even talks now in 2017 of a second civil war potentially coming.
No.
Let me tell you what happens. Do you want me to give everyone the reality of what happens if a civil war breaks out on this soil again? This is what happens. Within 72 hours, China has boots on the ground. They have a vested interest in all of us as workers because they own all of our debt. And when I say us, I don't mean just us.
Who do you mean, people. We?
Yeah.
I don't know China shit.
Oh yeah.
What's
the
all
government
this?
As
what's
well?
All this we?
I guarantee you,
shit.
Within 72 hours of mass fighting in this country, people killing each other.
That'll never happen.
Do you think they thought it would happen the first time?
Yes. The country was 80 years old the first time.
And we haven't learned shit.
We learned a bit. Texas is still... Texas has been talking about seceding since then.
But look, Texas...
Good luck, hillbillies.
Texas could probably do it. Texas could probably do it.
Yeah.
They don't want to fuck with Texas. Are you kidding?
You don't fuck with Texas, man. I got Texas on my neck right now.
What's going to happen if the government sent the fucking National Guard to Texas to try to stop any kind of shit?
What would happen? Texas?
There's going to be a whole bunch of dead people. That's all it's going to be.
I ain't that impressed with Texas.
No, I'm not impressed with them. Fuck no. But
they will
fight, and they will fight to the death until every single one of them are dead.
I hate to make that correlation, but they're like ISIS. They just they'll die for what they believe.
I've been to the Alamo, man. I know.
But look, the thing is about Texans, they don't want anything to do with the rest of the country.
I know.
They do not give a fuck about the U.S. Texas as a whole is just like fuck them.
Yep.
Fuck them. Like you'll hear them say,
they said to Mexico.
I'm proud of
y'all's government.
Here's the majority of their argument. I'm a proud American, but this country isn't America anymore. Mm-hmm. Texas is as America as it gets, and we want to be our own thing.
Sell me a truck.
They should be, man. They should be their own thing. I wholeheartedly agree.
Why?
Why shouldn't any location have its own sovereignty?
Why? Because America is not. It's through all the bloodshed, all the people that we've killed in the name of the United States.
You're defeating your own argument.
We need those lines. We need those walls. We need those boundaries. You know, we need to stay separate.
I think it's important. the most what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Not lenient. The state that's most lenient with the laws. That's not what I mean to say. But like
Montana, I think
Montana
is one of them.
We should
because Montana and Wyoming have the fewest people.
There's there's like 86 people in Montana. There's nobody in Montana.
Yeah.
That's why we're not talking about the fires, right? Like 800,000 acres, we're not talking about it because maybe 10 people will die.
How often do you
terrible.
How often do you hear anything?
Class of 2004.
How often do you hear anything about Wyoming?
Huh? Is that
exactly?
I don't even know the capital of Wyoming.
I think it's Casper.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
I think it is.
Is it?
I think it is. Yeah. Or it's Billings is in Montana.
Let me check real quick. Capital Wyoming.
Google that shit.
Yeah, I know,
GTS,
right?
baby.
GTS.
Google that shit, son. Forget CM Punk having that move. He's not a wrestler anymore.
It's Cheyenne.
Pissed off at him. It's
Cheyenne.
Yeah,
okay.
Cheyenne.
Okay, I got you.
What are you doing?
Well, first I'm getting ready to adjust my nuts.
He's causing another man-made fucking earthquake and shit.
Damn.
That was a show right there.
What?
You adjusting yourself.
Right?
Yeah. It was awesome. The face was the best part.
You gotta get in there.
You had the camera in it. Dude, what's up with that? Hold on a second.
Oh shit,
thanks,
the camera's up now?
Jeremy, what was his name?
No, Mike Kiesel.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, buddy.
Yeah, man, we got the second camera.
Wait, can he see me from here?
No, nothing. We're not recording with the cameras yet.
I got you.
We still got to get the software and everything.
Okay.
Like for that, I'll have to have my second laptop over here.
Because he's giving the thumbs up to it. I'm like, does that work?
No, they're not
just
even
delusional.
plugged in.
I get it. All right.
Yeah.
Not yet.
He's just playing games.
I'm happy about it. I'm gonna turn on some Candy Crush now.
Yeah. No, I was talking about the other day. Well, not the other day, just the other day, the other minute.
Comedian with a timing joke. Here it comes. Let's go. So the other
shit!
day,
I have an address on my hand. I don't even know what that address is.
All right.
I went to bed with that. Look at that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking say it out loud because I don't know what the fuck that is. But
Chaos.
I have an
Throwing your
address.
phone around.
But no, I was telling Bulldog that
the Candy Crush. No.
last night I went to go see Kid Rock, and this dude is on some no bullshit. Yeah,
he made the face on
Hey,
me.
it was free. It was free. I got to go. It was actually
You
fucking
overpaid.
awesome, dude. Damn.
Can you get a refund?
Yeah, right.
Damn. Well, I go there, and this dude is on some no bullshit. Like, he really is trying to run for a senator of fucking Michigan. And, like, after his intro, like, this dude came out on a podium, and, like, you know, it was like, da, 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 da. Yeah, I was walking out and I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Like, what is it coming to? Like,
so
let me tell you what it's coming to. It's real life idiocracy.
Yeah.
Where in 2028, President Kid Rock.
Yeah.
With Vice President The Rock.
Yeah.
God damn.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson and whatever Kid Rock's real name is.
He's got
Kid
a weird
Rock.
ass name.
It's Bob. It's Robert
Yeah,
something.
Bob Ritchie.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Bob Ritchie.
Bob Kid Rock
I
Ritchie.
just think it's
President
funny.
Bob.
Yeah, I was telling him I think it's funny because like Kanye West is talking about running for president in 2020. I'm like, you know what? At this point, why fucking not? At this point, why not? You
I
know?
think Terry Crews should.
Terry Crews,
Just so we can
Vote
have.
for me. Vote for me.
Just so
Shaking
we
my
can
titties.
have. Just so we can have President Camacho.
Yeah.
His hair in that movie was so fucking good.
Luxurious.
It was so good. Use Prel? Is that Prel?
Dave, but wouldn't it be fucking awesome to like troll the shit out of Kanye and like Mike Myers went up on on like television and after a hurricane he said Kanye West does not care about white people.
Yes,
like
dude.
that would be the best.
That was
totally
still
do
so.
that.
You know, that was like 12 years ago, 2005.
Damn.
Yeah,
Damn.
2007 or 2005 when that happened.
No, that was 2005.
2005,
Shit.
and it's just like, look at that, and you just see it and it happens, and you're just like, wow, Mike Myers was still relevant.
People were willing to work with
Dude,
him.
if anything, he's
Holy
more relevant
shit.
now with the fucking whole like internet now, just like idolizing that fucking song on Shrek.
Oh.
Somebody wants
Oh,
like
that one,
that's
yeah.
in like every fucking video on
The
YouTube
Rockstar,
now.
you know,
It's like,
I knew that as
Yeah,
a shitty
yeah.
pop song that came on the radio way too
Right,
much.
yeah.
My nieces know it. It's like, oh, that's from Shrek. I love that song. It's awesome. I'm like, I hate you for that.
Yeah.
I don't like you. That's why you're your mom. You're my sister's kid
Yeah.
and not mine. If you're my kid, you wouldn't like that shit. You'd be way cooler. And probably better looking. No.
That's some big gums.
Yeah, right. Well, that goes through the whole family. That's a genetic thing.
Your dentist loves you.
Yeah, right. I'm telling you, I keep that motherfucker's lights on. LED. He's got LED in his shit. Bathed. He's like, I want my whole office bathed in LED lights. Thanks, David. It was time for his cleaning.
Speaking of,
Break out
great.
the pressure washer.
here's
What's
all
that?
the LEDs that are going to be mounted up.
Fancy.
Shit, look at you.
Yeah.
They look like shower lights.
Right.
Yes.
And what was the guy's name
Fancy.
again? The guy that donated 200?
Mike Kiesel.
Mike Kiesel, thank you.
Mike
Again.
Kiesel, my
I want to
man.
personally thank you. This is the second time I've been here, and
Yeah.
1.5 times I've been here.
Yeah, no. I'll give you credit for the whole thing, man. Yeah.
Okay, cool,
This is definitely like
Plus
a rain
the phone-
delay. It's just a rain
The
delay.
phone call was
Yeah.
the phone call was gold because I was
Yeah, it
holding
was
the mic.
good.
I had you on
yeah.
speakerphone, holding it up to the mic.
My feet. I don't even have shoes on. I'm still on my way.
Caller number 3, tell him what he won. No shoes and Southern Comfort and Sprite. That's what he
That was
brought to
greatness.
this.
That was greatness. And
So-
yeah, the way that you came in like a fucking boss too. That was great. Like, I got my 2-liter, man. I gotta mix me up some drink. Get it going. Yeah. What do you call a Southern Comfort and Sprite? Is there a name for that?
There should be. We should make one up right now.
Southern Comfort and Sprite. It's like a. It's like a trailer park
Come
like
fright.
Come fright.
It's like a rusty hitch.
Cum
You could call
fright?
it-
Like you get scared before you come? It's cum fright? Like when you're beating off and your mom walks in. Oh, no.
can't stop.
coming. It feels too good.
Nope.
We'll call it cum
I
fright
can't
from now
believe
on.
you came on my mom.
This figure is mine now.
You can keep the doll. Oh, I was planning on that.
A rusty hitch. What do you think?
A rusty hitch.
Rusty
A rusty hitch, because it's SoCo, because that's trailer park, and the
Yeah,
Sprite
yeah.
and the oxidization from that.
I
would
grew up in a
cause
trailer
rust.
park, yeah.
I did too.
Yep.
I did too.
Yeah.
I grew up in the
I
West
wasn't taking that as
Memphis
offense. I was just
3
saying, like,
trailer park, brother.
I was giving you more relevancy is what
Yeah.
I was doing, because I did grow up in a trailer park.
I
It was
grew up
great.
in the West Memphis 3 trailer park, dude.
Yeah.
If you've ever
one
heard
that's-
of that.
The one that like disappeared after the tornado.
No. I
that
think
one.
it's still there.
Is it still?
There's a lot more as my man. Who's the guy that rhymed all the time from the 70s? He was
Shaft.
Flavor
no,
Flav?
it wasn't Shaft. Dolomite.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was close. Yeah.
His
Rudy Ray
Dolomite.
Moore.
Yeah. Oh shit! Now I forgot what I was gonna say.
I said Flavor
Trying to
Flav.
think
West
of
Memphis
Dolomite.
3 trailer park.
Yeah, West Memphis 3 trailer park. I still don't remember. It was something about rhyming something.
So you want to call it a rusty
Damn it.
hitch or a cum fright?
That's a good. I don't know.
Yeah.
You go.
Well, actually,
you know
the viewers
taste.
can maybe comment on that. Like, what should it be called? The cum fright or
because of the
or the rusty
oxidization
hitch?
from the Sprite, the carbon. That's how you get. You can clear battery acid off of it, and so it's a rusty hitch. You want to clean your.
I
Rusty
thought that was
hitch off.
Coke.
Coke.
That's
Yeah,
Coke,
it.
not
Doesn't-
Sprite.
Wouldn't the same thing happen with Sprite?
No,
No,
I think
no.
Coke, part of the syrup formula, it has to do like
It's acidic.
yeah,
Something with
highly.
the combination.
And we
with the
drink it
carbon.
every day. Just sad, isn't it?
no,
We do not.
We don't.
You don't. Oh, you don't.
not.
Oh, I don't have respect for my body. I go to the bar every day.
okay.
If you guys haven't noticed, like with
He
me
brought
coming
the
with
bar
that fucking,
with
yeah, I
him.
brought the bar with me
That's what
today.
I'm saying. Your boss is fuck, dude. That's hey man, hell yeah. That's
America,
that's
why
awesome.
not?
Fuck yeah, dude.
See?
Hey,
You haven't noticed
I've
I'm
had-
from Texas. El Paso is where I'm originally from.
Dude, that makes me think of one of the few funny things that Larry the Cable Guy ever said when he has his guitar out and he goes, you all want to hear a song? And they're like, yeah. He goes, I'm gonna sing you a song. It's about a Mexican hitchhiker. It's called El Paso.
that's funny right there. I don't care who you are.
Yes, that one is.
I don't care who you are. That was my favorite part of his shtick. That phrase, I love that. I love that so much.
you
I
weren't
don't care.
a fan-
you
I
weren't
don't
a fan
care
of-
who you are.
Get her done.
I mean, he had some good material. I thought a lot of his stuff.
I was
good.
dating a redhead
But
once.
I knew that he was a
no
lot
hair,
smarter.
just a redhead.
Yeah.
She got burned up in a trailer fire.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Things
That's
like
good
those
shit.
little ones
Yeah.
that he would throw
He
out.
was
I was like,
super
that was
smart.
very Mitch Hedberg.
Very
Oh,
intelligent.
he is. You know that,
extremely.
like,
I love
aren't
that.
both of his parents, I think, are college professors.
No kidding.
Really?
Something
And he's
like that.
from Nebraska.
Yeah.
So yeah,
He is.
you know my disdain
the
for
only one
flyover
we know
states.
from Nebraska.
I
the
can't-
only person
I can't even
we
think.
know.
I can't even think of his real name right now. But yeah,
All the
he's.
celebrities.
It's a total character. He created it.
Oh,
He
yeah.
As a
banked
stand-up,
it.
he was a stand-up comedian before,
Yeah.
and
It was just a part of his show.
Yep.
Larry the
Yeah.
Cable Guy was just this little thing that he did
he
for
turned
like
it
2
into
minutes.
and he turned it into $30 million.
Fuck yeah, he did. Good for him.
Hell yeah!
I need to turn Denim
Look-
Dave into something, right?
Look, I'll tell you another one that just amazes me.
I'm just trying to turn into a bunch of exclusive chases. That's
Jeff
a bunch of
Foxworthy.
cops. Yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy. At one point, he may still be was the top selling comic of all time.
really?
He broke all the records, dude.
Larry beat his.
Clean.
Yeah.
Clean. Larry at least curses though every now and
yeah.
then. Jeff completely clean.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think I remember him
He's
saying
very yeah.
shit.
I don't even
Like
think
when he
that.
goes, you ever? No,
He's almost as clean
I
as
remember
Cosby.
that. I remember
Yeah.
that because
Jim Gaffigan.
he talked about.
another clean comic.
Yeah, but he's not.
And he's called the King of Clean now.
But Jim Gaffigan though is a very niche. Like
Yeah.
not everyone likes him.
Yeah, I
Whereas,
personally.
but I do remember Jeff Foxworthy saying, "You ever go to?" He goes, "You ever work with people that spring pictures of their kids on you, or first thing in the morning, like shit." What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that to me. I ain't had coffee yet. And that's what I remember the shit from.
Okay.
yeah. And Jim Gaffigan's from Indiana too, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Yep.
Oh, I think Jim Gaffigan's brilliant.
Yeah.
He's funny.
He's all right. I mean,
like-
there's only so many times you can joke about food before I'm just like,
I
will
don't
you
think-
please stop talking about food?
I don't think he's got
Goddamn.
enough of for an hour. Like
No. His specials start to
20
peter out at about the 20 foot.
Yeah, that's
That is fuck.
Now,
man.
all right.
you know who I
It's
wish?
almost as bad as Jeff Dunham with fucking Silence I Kill You. Like fucking goddamn it. When that came around, I was like, we need a fucking school shooting to get rid of that. Like, I'll be the real gym class hero if you guys need me to be.
You know who I wish could put out an hour special every 6 months? Mike Birbiglia.
he's good.
I-
He's funny.
Yeah,
He's one of my favorites.
he has a different style. It's like
His
not like
delivery
anybody
is
else. Yeah,
unique.
yeah. It's
like
completely unique.
Like Dave Attell. When Dave Attell first
Dub
came
David
around,
off.
the
was
king
good
of
too.
timing.
yes, but yes, Dave Attell. No one's timing has ever been
That impeccable.
Like his.
Yeah,
It's-
it was so
his
yeah.
cadence.
He's so
His
good.
And the
cadence
way
is
he just inserts,
monstrous.
he always just inserts the, and then I sucked his dick. Into there. You know, that's you just always out
You
of
know
left
who else
field.
was good
Dicks
at that?
are in there.
I hate that he died. Do you remember Robert Schimmel?
Robert Schimmel. No, I'm not familiar.
You need to look up.
I need
some
to
of
get
his
more
stuff.
into. I need to get more involved with the history of comedy and
What
everything.
about
'cause,
Carlin? Have you spent?
Oh,
Carlin,
dude,
fuck yeah,
that's-
dude.
Okay.
That Carlin's a reason you got into comedy.
Yeah,
One of
yeah,
the reasons.
yeah.
Like it's
He's
Is
so great.
George Carlin is one of my biggest influences, and so is Louis C.K. Actually, believe it or not.
wonderful.
Him.
So-
George
no, I can-
Carlin.
yeah.
I don't consider George Carlin a comedian, and a lot of people are like, "What?"
He's
and I'm
a
like,
philosopher in
a
a way,
modern
yeah.
day philosopher
Yeah.
that
Absolutely.
made things
He was
funny.
a storyteller.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, one of the best.
He did it differently,
Yeah,
and he did not give a fuck about
And that's
anybody's
way-
feelings.
yeah.
Like Lewis Black. You can see so much of George Carlin and
in
Lewis Black.
absolutely.
And
Yeah,
Lewis Black in his
Bill
one of
Hicks.
his books that dude.
Yeah.
you're gonna make him come. He's over here.
One of my favorite things, Lewis Black's book, last book that he wrote before Carlin passed away. George Carlin had a quote on the book where someone had asked him, what comedians are you willing to pay to see? And George Carlin said, every time, hands down, no questions asked, if Lewis Black is playing anywhere near me, I will spend the money and be there.
Yeah,
Nice.
That's huge.
yeah.
George Carlin's fantastic. And Lewis Black's a genius also. He's really funny too.
I think that he should be in politics, but I think it would drive him completely mentally insane.
He's already there.
Oh, yeah,
already
he's
insane.
there.
You know who else is great? Who else is fucking
that fucking giant finger just everywhere.
Doug Stanhope. I love that.
I
guy.
met him.
I know.
Yeah.
He kissed me, man. It was awesome.
He
I got a half
his
chub.
shit in the beer stew, whatever he was at in Sweden or where the fuck he was.
Yeah.
Man, his stuff is just, you could just tell how, like, he is such a tortured fucking soul. And
Absolutely.
and it comes through his comedy so well.
He's a very big
That's
rant
like
comedian.
that's why I love
It's
Jim
almost
Norton.
depressing to watch.
That's
the
why
guy.
I love Jim Norton
Yeah.
so much. Jim Norton, every bit of pain in his life, he's just like, here it is.
Yeah.
Fucking laugh at it. That's all I can do.
Well, I mean, I told you the story last week about getting pegged by that fucking chick. Man, that was fucking awful.
That's painful.
Dude,
I was gonna say.
did you hear that story? Yeah.
Did
Oh
she
man.
grab your hair? I
Dude,
didn't
no.
have the visual yet, but I could see.
Just the
I could
hips.
see a handful of hair grabbed during
God
that
damn, dude.
because you fucked her sister, but you didn't, and that was
I
awesome.
didn't. That's
I know.
the thing. Like that is like I hope she hears this podcast.
But you
one
know
day.
what?
Like,
For
I
every
fucking hope she
shitty thing,
does.
for every shitty thing that you've done, kapowie,
Dildo in the ass, dude.
all the way to the
I
hilt.
saw that
It
come
was
in
all the way
before
to the
her.
hilt. Yeah.
Like like looking
Oh.
at like the door and her coming in, like I saw the dick before I saw her, and I was like, "Fuck!" Like that
Did
thing's
it look
huge.
like? Did it look like a Shaq tea can?
Dude, it looked like-
Arizona tea can.
It looked like Mike Tyson's arm. Like
Oh.
that's
Oh my god! It looked like a battle rope.
Oh my god.
shout out to Sex Addicts Anonymous. Yeah, god damn, I'll never be in that fucking program ever again.
I
Like
don't
that.
blame you.
Dude, I thought I could get laid easy in that program. And
Yeah,
like, as
I mean,
anybody,
we
and
all read "Choke"
what-
by Chuck Palahniuk.
what-
We all know. We all know, man.
I love that movie.
It's one of those things where like you realize like how
got my
come
guy
nobody
in it,
else has
Sam
had this
Rockwell.
thought before? Like how come nobody else, no other guy has ever thought, oh man, it's really hard to get laid. Just go to Sex Addicts Anonymous. Like, it's that easy.
It's one of the biggest parts of this book in that Chuck Palahniuk put out in the 90s called Choke.
And they made a
Really?
movie.
And
it's got my guy, Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell's in it. And he plays this
It's
guy
great.
that does a bunch of fucked up shit for money.
Yeah.
He works at a Renaissance fair, and he also to pay for his mother's mental hospital stay. he goes into restaurants and pretends that he's choking to death. And then the people, and they're always super plush restaurants, and the people are always, once they save him, once you save somebody once, you want to save them again and again and again. And so he hits them up for money. He gets their information. He's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much!" And he's learned this scheme to where he plays these people, and he gets these checks coming in over and over and over, just so much so that he's able to pay for his mom's fucking money. Well, part of his thing is he goes to Sex Addicts Anonymous meetings and fucks these chicks in the bathrooms out of and stuff. Like that's part of his deal. And he goes to,
they're not fucking, man, they're relapsing.
He's such a great recovery.
He's going, and he goes there to get laid, and he goes to strip clubs and he draws these strippers, and he's telling this one about a mole on her ass and how it's melanoma and she needs to go get it checked out, and she gets him kicked out of the stuff. Dude, the stuff, what's so great, that's my favorite thing about Chuck Palahniuk as an artist, since you brought that up and we're talking about it, is that the things that the main characters in his books, the heroes of his stories, even though they're all shit people, they're all fucking terrible people. Like this guy goes to sex meetings just to get fucking laid because he's a piece of shit. You know, it's
thanks.
It's a piece of shit thing to do. I don't. If you're doing with that, if you're going there for that sole purpose in mind, that's a shitty thing to do. Dude. It's not. It's okay. I mean, it's not like you're killing babies or anything like that.
It's one of those things where karma should have got me, and I should have got something.
It got you. Your Vipaka. Your Vipaka came through.
Yeah.
I didn't get an
heard
STD.
about the hemorrhoids, so it got you.
I didn't get an STD, but I got a hemorrhoid. I want to make a shirt that says "I survived Sex Addicts Anonymous." Like I railed everybody, and I didn't get anything. Instead, I got assaulted sexually.
I went to Sex Addicts Anonymous, and all I got was this 9-inch dildo in my ass.
I'm trying to look at the bright sides here, all right? This is my life, all right? God damn it. God damn.
All right. Well, guys,
you gotta go play fantasy football.
I do, man. It's time to go watch the Steelers play opening day.
You guys have an exciting day. I'm just gonna go home and
did you see
cool.
Did you see the colossal ass beating that the Chiefs threw on the Patriots?
What the hell? You know what's great? What's so awesome? For another 51 minutes, another 51 whole fucking minutes in this planet, the Patriots have the worst fucking record in football. Yeah! Okay, so that's my point of the day. Follow your dreams. You can't reach your goals. I'm living proof. Beefcake.
All right, guys, this is the Bulldog Unchained podcast. I am the king of villains, Bulldog Malenko, along with Dirtnap Dave.
Peace.
And
Have a
Denim
nice day.
Dave.
Yep, Denim Dave. Woo!
And, dude, we may see if we can get Adrian to come back next week with Knubsie.
Fancies.
Let's do it.
Yeah, fuck it.
We didn't roast Knubsie this time, though.
Oh, no, we did.
We did. Oh, it was before my...
Yeah, before you got here.
We only spent a little bit of time on him, you know. It wasn't necessary to keep bringing him up. No. We got him good enough, I think, at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to it, yeah.
We talked about what he had to work, and I was like, what happened? Did the bowling alley, was there a malfunction there? Because he's a maintenance guy at the bowling alley.
Yeah, we shit on him.
I had dysentery.
Dave
Dysentery
was just
Dave
all
came
over
out.
him.
Yeah, Dysentery Dave came out. You don't fucks with Dirtnap. No. Shit on my gums. Motherfucker.
Shit on my gums.
I had to put some Preparation H on my fucking hemorrhoid.
Now the thing is, I'm not going to be able to upload this till after the game when I get home. So you got to wait.
It's okay.
I'll give it a little wait. Yeah.
I don't need to listen to myself.
You have 72 hours.
I know how awesome I was.
Right? Yeah. All right, guys. We'll be back next week. Woo!
Show's over, motherfuckers.